Things are heating up in Vegas, and that's an understatement. The Las Vegas Raiders hold the #1 overall pick. They've got nearly $90 million in cap space, and yet they're sitting right at the center of 3 bombshells that could completely shift the franchise's trajectory. First question, does chasing Rashid Shaheed actually fix the chronic wide receiver issue, or is it just a Band-Aid? Second, is it worth shipping off draft capital for Tremaine Edmunds to rebuild this defense in aggressive mode? And third, perhaps most importantly, what is Klint Kubiak's new staff actually signaling about this team's true mindset? Because one thing is crystal clear. Either the front office goes to war right now, or 2026 is compromised before it even begins. Buckle up and smash that like button, because what I'm about to break down changes everything for the Raiders. Let's get straight to the point. The Raiders have genuine interest in Rashid Shaheed. This isn't just empty speculation. According to Jeremy Fowler, league insiders are connecting the dots between Shaheed and Vegas. And it makes perfect sense for one obvious reason. Klint Kubiak has already coached him in New Orleans and tried to go after him in Seattle. That's not a coincidence, that's a conviction. Now look at the current depth chart. On the entire roster, the only wide receiver under contract with more than 20 receptions is Trey Tucker. That's insane. You simply cannot compete in the AFC with that receiving core. Shaheed isn't a 1,400-yard WR1. He just posted a career-high 59 receptions. But what he brings is a game changer. Elite speed, he stretches the field, forces safeties to back off, and creates massive lanes underneath. Plus, he's an all-pro returner. That flips field position. That wins tight games. And the best part? He won't break the bank. The Raiders have nearly $90 million in cap. If the bidding war gets out of hand, they can walk away. But at the right price, he's an immediate plug-and-play in this system. Now, here comes the plot twist. While all this is happening, Max Crosby continues to be surrounded by trade rumors. But the update is curious. There's no real traction. League executives believe he's staying put. One GM even said, "Why would you trade a premium player at a premium position?" Exactly. Crosby wants to win. The team might not be championship ready in 2026, but trading him now would be admitting to a total teardown. And with the #1 pick, that would be a signal that the project collapsed before it even started. My take? The interest in Shaheed proves this team wants to compete, not dismantle. If they were planning a fire sale, they wouldn't be hunting for complementary offensive pieces. The front office is sending a message. We're not imploding, we're reloading. But reloading isn't the same as dominating. And that's where the risk lies. If you thought the shockers stopped there, hold on to your seats. The Raiders are among 3 teams interested in a trade for Chicago Bears linebacker Tremaine Edmunds. And this is massive. First, some context. Every single one of our current starting linebackers could hit free agency. And the new defensive coordinator, Rob Leonard, is transitioning the scheme to a 3-4. That demands more depth and high-level IQ in the middle of the defense. Edmonds is only 27 years old. He has 8 seasons in the league, over 900 tackles before turning 28. He's not a maybe, he's a proven producer. The reason the Bears want to move him? Negative cap space. They need to clear $15 million. This isn't about a drop in performance, it's just math. And that's where the opportunity lies. Linebackers rarely cost high picks. We're talking about a 5th rounder, maybe a 4th at most. Seriously? For a guy in his physical prime? With $89 million in cap, the Raiders can absorb that contract without breaking a sweat. But there's competition. The Titans and Giants are also on the radar. If someone starts overpaying, Vegas has to decide. Do you enter a bidding war or pivot to free agency? Here's my raw opinion. I prefer the trade. Because you know exactly what you're buying. Free agency is always inflated. Edmonds fits the age profile, the production, and the immediate need. He stabilizes the heart of the defense while the draft can focus on other priorities. That's an aggressive mindset. That's using your cap space as a weapon. If the Raiders want to change the culture, this is the type of move that shows the wait-and-see phase is over. It's go time. Now pay attention to this because a lot of people let it slide under the radar. The Raiders officially announced their 2026 coaching staff, and this speaks volumes about the team's identity. Andrew Giannacco as offensive coordinator. Nick Holes handling the passing game, Rick Dennison on the O-line, Joe Woods coordinating the defensive passing game, and Joe DeCamillis on special teams. This isn't random. Kubiak built a staff with a track record in quarterback development and an offense based on play action and a heavy run game. This screams, we are building a physical identity. If that number one pick becomes a franchise quarterback, this staff is built to develop him. If it becomes another generational talent, the offensive scheme is still structured to protect young stars. On defense, the shift to a 3-4 shows versatility. This connects directly to the interest in Edmonds. Nothing is isolated. It's a plan. And there's more. Bringing in assistants with histories in game control and management shows a focus on the details. Tight games, clock management. That's the hallmark of a team that wants to compete immediately, not 3 years from now. The staff says one thing clearly. This rebuild isn't a tank. It's a fast-track recalibration. The only question is if the roster can keep up. Bottom line, genuine interest in Rashid Shaheed to add vertical speed, Tremaine Edmunds on the trade radar to anchor the defense, and a coaching staff built to compete now, not wait for 2028. None of this points to a total fire sale. It points to a strategic overhaul. Now I want to hear from you, Raider Nation. Given this scenario, would you rather use that number one pick to secure a franchise QB, or build a powerhouse roster right now and go after veterans like Shaheed and Edmonds no matter the cost? Let me know in the comments, because this decision defines the future of the franchise.